Come on, girl. Nice, cool, overcast morning here. Going for our morning walk. I have knee surgery in about 10 days, so we won't be doing this for a long time. So that being said, let's just enjoy our walk. We'll have lots of walks between now and the 10 days, don't get me wrong, but after 10 days, me and Gypsy won't be doing this for a while. My wife will have to walk her, and not too much coastal fog this morning, which is either a sign that we're out later than normal, which we're not, or it's going to be a warmer day, which I am kind of over the warmer days now. I'm kind of ready for rain season to set back in. It rains here, oh heck, 7-8 months out of the year. During the summer, it's really dry. We're on the coast, so it doesn't get extremely hot, but this last couple weeks have been really unbearably humid. So a few weeks out of the year, it gets really hot. We don't have to use an air conditioner. During those few weeks, we wish we would have brought ours from storage, I'll tell you that. But it's normally a pretty mild climate compared to everywhere else. I'm just personally ready for the rain. And like I said, I have knee surgery here in a matter of days. So I'm really ready for the cooler weather and rain. It'll make it a lot easier than the oppressive humidity inside our apartment. We have a really nice apartment, but yeah, the humidity is something else. It stays warm all the time, which is a plus in the winter, not so much in the summer. We'll try to get down to the water this morning, guys. There we go. Come on, girl. What's the weather like where you guys are? As I get older, I ask that question more and more. Like, what's the weather like there? It becomes a topic of conversation. Even though I don't know why, it's not like I don't have other things to converse about. I guess it's an icebreaker, as they say. I'd much rather talk music or such. Up there. Right up that road, right in between those two buildings right there, is the tsunami evacuation zone. It goes right up the hill up there where the rich people houses are. It's good to know where that is if you're gonna live here on the coast. You should always be aware of things like that. Me, myself, I don't like to address such issues till they arise. And then I like to panic. This is Old Town, as they call it. You can go from my house in two directions. One direction takes you to the Highway 101, the coastal highway that stretches from California to Washington. And this one here takes you to what they call Old Town, which is where all the older buildings are here, and cell phone businesses, things like that. I prefer it down here in Old Town. Like I said, the other side of town is always a lot busier, and it's like corporate stuff like Dollar General and Safeway and things that you need, of course. Hey there, I hope you're doing good, my friend. All right, Gypsy, let's cross. But yeah, all the stuff you need is on the other side of town. But like I said, I like the feeling down here. Police station's right over there. The new one just moved. There's a turtle carving. This is the wood sculpting capital of Oregon. They have a competition here every year around Father's Day. And they make wonderful art pieces and have a competition, and then they auction them off, which is really cool because percentage goes, I'm not sure where it all goes, but the artists get paid, which is what matters. Really cool flea market here. They've got a heck of a record section. That's Creative Mercantile in Reedsport, Oregon. All right, guys, looks like we're gonna make it down to the water this morning. Just got to get us down here and get us across the street. And for those of you that stick around, it's a beautiful view. It really is. And for those of you that watch later, if anybody does watch later. All right. There we go. Big moose or elk statue. Probably an elk because there's an elk viewing place, wildlife refuge here just a few miles down the road. Probably 10, 20 miles down the road. A lot of wildlife here in Oregon. A lot of beautiful things. This here is just a little parking area by the post office. There's a fish cleaning station right there for people to fish. Hold on a second, we gotta wait for Gypsy. That factory there, I'm not sure what it used to be. Looks like they used to sell pieces for boats, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. I'm not originally from here. But anyway, it's a cool old building. Like I said, this is the fish cleaning station for those who come here to fish, and that's camping and fishing is why people come to Reedsport. It's a tourist destination in the respect that we're a stop along. Like, there's plenty of camping around here, so that brings people here, and there's plenty of fishing, which brings people here. So that's why we're a tourist destination. People come from around the country, around the world to fish here. Hello, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Sorry, I just saw that. kind of hard to read all the comments. There's not a ton this morning, but to read the comments while I'm walking. I try to, though. So if I hope you didn't click out of here before I acknowledged you and said hi. And if you did, I apologize. Over there, beyond there, that looks like a mountain. That's actually a sand dune. Largest sand dunes in the country. People come here for an event called Dune Fest. Well, now it's going to be called something else, but where ATV, BMXers, motocross, all those type of guys come once a year and ride the dunes. And so do regular people. They have professionals and amateurs, and who tourists, anybody's allowed to that pays the fee to get in. People go up there all times of the year, but there's a big event. I've never been to it. Not my thing, but I may go one of these days just to film it and check it out. This, I believe, was some kind of processing plant at one point. There's a tuna and crab processing plant here somewhere. Fish Patrick's, which is a famous national brand. They catch the fish themselves and process it themselves. I'm not sure if this was one of their old buildings or if this is totally unrelated. But it's processed and packed somewhere right here in Reedsport. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure where. I could be close to it right now, or I could be miles away and I wouldn't know. All right, come on, girl. All right, guys, we're getting down to the water. This is my favorite view in all of Oregon through here. Let's get through here to where we can get a good view. There we go. This is the mighty Umpqua River. Hold on. So picturesque. Some mornings the sun's coming down just right, or the coastal layer is so thick you can barely see, and it's very picturesque, to say the least. Even now, it doesn't look like much right now, but trust me, it's beautiful and awe-inspiring. This is freshwater and saltwater mixed. They call it brackish. We have sea lions up here, river otters, everything. But 3.5 miles down, this feeds directly into the Pacific Ocean. A few miles down, a couple miles down, a orca, or aka killer whale, got turned around up in the channel. It's made it out. There's been a few of them that have recently, and they've all made it out. But yeah, that's how close we are to the ocean. And this here is, let me see, 5 blocks from my front door, probably 5, 6 blocks at the most. Probably closer to 4. I believe that's a little search and rescue boat. I'm not sure. It's always here behind the gate, and people check on it. Very cool bridge over there. That's a railroad bridge right there, and a barge bridge. It's not you can't cross over it, but beyond that, about quarter of a mile is the bridge that goes to Coos Bay. All right, guys, looks like we've seen about all down here. I'm going to try to get Gypsy home a little quicker than normal. My knee's hurting me. So everyone, have a beautiful day. Please take care of yourselves and take care of each other.